What is going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to another edition of On the Road to Victory. I am your host, Jimmy Smith, and I hope you're all having yourselves a great day. I told you I worked on Saturday this week, and let me tell you what, one of the most intense days I have had in a long time. And I am a wounded warrior right now. I thought I was going to get done much earlier, and that just didn't happen. I am still frozen to the core. Outside all day, I thought it was supposed to be nice. It was not. It was not nice at all. So I got beat up badly today, but I'm here to talk a little bit about some Eagles information that, well, it's just for you sickos. So, look, when I tell you I keep you up to date with everything, I mean everything. And tonight, I got to take it easy one. And I was going to talk about this the other day, but then we signed CJ Uzoma, talked about that. And of course, I think I put out the tight end show then later that night. So just didn't really have the time. I told you we would talk about this stuff this weekend. So always want to have, shows available for you to look in the playlist that you can find all the information you possibly need to know about the Eagles for this upcoming season. But I appreciate you all tuning in, whether you're a sicko, you're a newcomer, whatever you may be here, you're just cruising by. I appreciate you all taking the time, hitting that like button, subscribing, whatever you're doing to support the channel. But we're getting through that draft series. Offensive line will be put out tomorrow, and we'll get into the defense next week, as we talked about, and then we'll have the draft the next week. And I hope you're all ready, because I cannot wait. And we've been talking about some exciting positions already, but just wait until we get into the defense. That is the bread and butter of this draft, where I think, now some great choices for the Eagles here on offense, but I'm pumped up. I'm ready to rock and roll. So let's get it started here, ladies and gentlemen, and appreciate each and every one of you taking the time. And yes, thank you, my man, and all of you, that are doing that stuff, sharing this stuff, everything you're doing. I cannot thank you enough. And go Birds. Tiffany, appreciate you taking the time. And look, love to see you guys sharing the love. I can tell that my computer is just freezing up. Whatever. I don't even care today. I'm seriously running on fumes. So waiting for the Drake disc. I was waiting for yo, my man Derek. Let's go. Yo, dude. And that's why we're talking about jersey numbers and helmets right now, because this is just an opportunity for you guys to tune in and get all the information you need to know. But you also know that whenever I'm live, you guys are more than welcome to ask anything that's on your mind. I always try to direct you to the right shows or give you what I can, and breaking everything I possibly can down throughout this all season, and taking on this new job. Well, it's 2 jobs, has been quite intense here. So I'm trying my best, and I'm doing everything I can. Sorry that there's a little bit of lag on the draft shows, but I am really doing my best, not sleeping at all, putting these shows out for you. So I appreciate you sickos. So you keep tuning in, and I'll keep busting it out. And Luffy, my man, appreciate you. Got into your question last night, and that's part of the show. Every one of the draft series, talking about positions of need, and then whatever position we're talking about at the time, I show you where I had them before that series started. I had a show about that, but got into your question last night, so appreciate you putting that into the mailbag, and appreciate you taking the time tonight here, and hope you're having a great Saturday night. I'm glad I said night. I feel like it's still day, and there's still a little bit of light out, but man, what a dude, just what a day. But Teresa, appreciate you tuning in, and believe that says Hazel. Kind of looks like a G with that fancy font. So I thought Hagel, kind of like a bagel, and I could eat a bagel right now. So that's where my brain's at. But fly, Eagles, fly on the road to victory. Appreciate you tuning in here. And you think we will get Parsons? What? No doubt, man. A lot of that Dan Sileo talk going around, but no doubt. Very deep draft indeed, my friend. The Birds have a great chance to set themselves up, and they sure do, man. And that's something we've talked about, obviously, over and over again on this channel. And I try to break down each position there, talking about, so far on the offense, just what we have at each position, where we need to look, how we're set up, where, the doom and gloom. I understand, how this season ended, and I know it was a shit show, and I was not happy, but the fact of the matter is, they still have a lot of very young talent that's still developing. Jalen Hurts, first and foremost, our leader here, he's only going to get better. And, he was doing great last year while everybody sucked around him. So I just think that the pieces they've already added, just wait until the draft. They'll still sign and trade people if they don't get people in the draft. So lots of hope here. And we talk about Howie Roseman, as our GM, what he's able to do. I broke down before this all season started what moves we can make to clear up space. You see all those moves happening. We talk about all these things that make you feel comfortable, right? That this team is headed in the right direction still. You can't win the Super Bowl, every single year. I'd love to, but it's obviously something like last year wasn't just losing. It's something different than that. It was a complete debacle. So that's why you see the coaching changes. Kellen Moore, Vic Fangio brought in here, the cap space, that I show you guys all the time, the draft picks, all that stuff. I want to show you guys that stuff so you understand why I feel optimistic about this team and where they are headed. And look, all you can ask for as a fan is for your team to be in good hands. And right now, the people that are at the head of the table, for their respective positions, Howie Roseman, and sure, a lot of question marks about Nick Sirianni, but bringing in guys like Kellen Moore and then Vic Fangio to be essentially the head coach of the defense. I think you've got a lot of things to be hopeful for all around. Clearly GM Howie Roseman is the best in the league. You talk about what these players, and sure, you're going to lose staff. You're going to, whether that be in personnel or coaching or players. So that stuff happens every year, whether they're good, whether the person wants to be gone, whether you don't really want them to be gone, but you can't get on the same page. And that could be, for all those things I just mentioned, coaching, players, personnel, that stuff just happens. And it's unfortunate. But when you have the pieces that you do, you have a foundation that you can build around each season. That's what the Eagles do. And they look to the future. That's why we talk about the future cap space, the future draft picks, show you guys that stuff so that look, man, I think that, we figured that out there, champ. But no doubt that's interesting font you got there, for sure. But Nina in the building, let's go. Appreciate you tuning in. Hope you're having yourself a great Saturday. I am beat as can be. I honestly feel like I cannot believe it's like 7:30 right now, and I am just no. I got up at 5, and I thought today was supposed to be early, and then of course just things did not go that way all day, and it was insane. It really was. But I had a intriguing day, got some work in, man. So let's make that money, baby. But appreciate all of you, my man Lil, and hope you are all having yourselves a great weekend. Cannot thank you enough for taking the time. And I would like to show you this information here, but you guys, you're too awesome. My man Big Jim in the building. Let's go. Appreciate you, man. Hope all has been well. I hope everything is going well in your personal life, my friend. Nice to see you in here. Last year, look, man, Nick had a pretty amazing start to his career. So even the beginning of the last season, doing great. So people like it in small sample sizes and they want to react to it. And that's fine, man. I'm not, I look at the big picture here, and I'm not someone that thinks that Nick Sirianni should have been fired. I think that you just take it as a learning experience, as we talked about, and you grow from there, just like we talk about with the players when everybody wants to trade them and cut everybody and fire everyone. I just don't really get down with that. All the analysts saying they think Hurts is a yeah, man, you can really tell that people just don't know much about football, man. So it's crazy that people still listen to that stuff. And hey, but that's the world, man. That's what people want. And look, I'll just keep putting out facts, and I know people get pissed about them, but that's all I know, baby. So let's get into some of those facts. Let's take a look at the New Jersey numbers for all of the new players and some of the people that have changed numbers, and well, the new players that have changed numbers as well. Starting us off, Kenny Pickett there. He was number 16, but then Will Grier came, and I guess he wanted 16. Kenny Pickett wanted number 7. All right, sure. So once Reddick was gone, Pickett jumped on 7, and alrighty then. So, yeah, you can see Devontae Parker wearing 13, Barkley's 26, and we've talked about these, but in case you missed it, here they are. So TDP, 35, taking Boston Scott's number. So, look, doesn't mean Boston Scott can't come back, but not exactly a great sign. You see Jason Poe there, a couple of linemen coming up here, 66, Kennard, 72, Hennessy, 77, 80 for Campbell, Davis, 82, Harris, 84, and 89 for Watkins. And then on defense, Bryce Huff will be Agent 0, CJ, GJ, number 8. Eli Ricks is switching to 23. I'm cool with it, man. Don't really like that 39, as you can see him pictured right there. So, all about it. Tyler Hall, 31, 41 for Mullen. Burks, 42, 45 for Devin White. Finally made official. Terrell Lewis rocking the 46. Lovato switched to 49. So that Devin White could have his number 45, Aquara, 52, Bond, 53, Mustafa for 78, and Moro Jomo finishing us off here with number 97. So you can see all those numbers. Only person that is missing would be the guy we just signed, CJ Uzoma. So we're going to see whatever he wears, but I think like all of the 80s are taken up. I don't know if he's got a 40s. I think 44 would no. So I don't know what he's going to wear. Maybe they'll double up some numbers like they do here in the off season, but those are all the numbers that were available when I was going to make this. And then we signed CJ Uzoma, and well, we just don't have it yet. So second piece of information, though, that was out that day that I wanted to talk about was the fact that the 3 shell rule. So we talked about how stupid for years on this show the 1 shell rule was, right? Now you can only wear one helmet, one color. Okay, well, that's pretty stupid. You can put different stickers on it, but only one helmet. So we, at our midnight green, I love the midnight green, grew up watching the Kelly green. Finally, this past season, we get the Kelly green. We're all ecstatic, right? But the blacks had to, unfortunately, get put down. And I really did not like that because those all blacks are amazing. I love them. Look at them. They're just beautiful. And to me, though, it was so hard because you're like, the Kelly greens, baby. That's what I grew up with. That's what I love. So I've been torn, and some people are pissed, and it's always people are upset about stuff, whatever. So finally, they have decided that, well, hey, we're $1 billion company. We could definitely afford it and make a lot of money if we sell alternate jerseys, just like the NBA and every other effing sport. So, well, they finally have decided that we will have a 3 shell rule. So apparently, if you were switching your designs already, this season, you were given the option to have a third alternate, so you can have the 3 helmets. But if not, so a team like the Eagles, who, still rocking their midnights and Kelly and all that great stuff, they and every other team like that will in 2025 be given the option. So a lot of people wanting this black helmet to come back. And obviously with the all black, the pants, the shirts, I'm all about it, man. I think, the midnight green, the Kelly green, the blacks, the whites, all of them are really cool. I really do think that no matter what they wear, they look badass. And people are always, no matter what I post, like what we're wearing, people are like, F you, man. And it's just like, I either way, I don't care. I love the Eagles colors. But, maybe you want to get a little creative. And you've seen so many different Photoshops, all this stuff. But the one that Isaiah Rogers keeps posting, and this is the one from the Eagles shop that they've got the all white helmet here. And man, I think those are pretty cool too, because I like the all whites with the green helmet. So maybe, maybe they mix it up and wear green pants. I don't know, whatever. But regardless, I think, adding a little bit of green into this, hell, even a little bit of Kelly green, something crazy. Maybe you do something like that because we've talked about that. What about, adding a new flavor to it? And with this third option, instead of, going back to stuff, maybe you create something new. But I've seen people like, we used to have back in the day, you don't know, we had white helmets. It's like, no, I know that we had white helmets and they look like complete shit. I know that, but that's also because it was 532 effing years ago. So believe it or not, the stuff's not going to look the same. Just kind of like how the Kelly greens don't look the same. Although I love those son of a bitches when I was a kid. So yes, they still look great, but yeah, things improve, things look different. And I think if they go with the white helmet, they're not going to just make it look like pure ass. I think they'll make it look cool. So to me, either way, I'm down with a black helmet, a white helmet, or whatever you want to do. I'm down with it. But love to hear your thoughts. What do you guys think? Should we bring back the black helmet? Should we bring in a white helmet? Do you have a different design on your mind? Do you think white helmet with a little splash of the midnight? Or do you think with a little splash of the Kelly? You let me know how you're feeling. But I think there's a lot of cool opportunities. And as a kid that, played Madden, and I used to do those things like all the time, switching, the jersey colors, the combinations, all that stuff. I think, that is, that's cool that people get into that stuff. To me, whatever they wear, I'm excited. I don't get pissed off about it. I don't care. I'm ready to rock and roll either way. So it is what it is, man. But and jump back over here to the comments. I think we left off right here. Constantly firing at coaches. Yeah, man, you don't want to do that. You need people to learn and develop and get better. That's why I don't want to cut all the players and fire everyone all the time because they have one bad game and it's not intelligent thinking there. But Anton, my man, yo, appreciate you, dude. Hope you had a happy birthday, my friend. And look, I am reeling today, but you guys you're all jumping in here for the party. You're getting the energy flowing. That's what I'm talking about. What I love to see. And I did. I think everyone has seen those things, and they're kind of hard to miss, my friend. Not sure what the hell. Those white helmets are pretty badass. I'll be real with you. I think that they could do a plethora of different things, and I would probably be pretty excited. But hell, they could just bring back the black ones, and I'd be like, yeah, let's go. I love them, man. And bringing that black helmet, I thought was pretty cool. So, and they can, well, I mean, if they're similar to the midnight green, that's cool to me. I like them both. So to me, I thought it was cool. So if they want to do that, but I think again, adding a white one, adding something different, I think that would be cool. To why not bring something different into the mix? Hey, this is the new era of Philadelphia Eagles, the Jalen Hurts era. I think, and to me, maybe some silver and Kelly green really make that thing look sharp with the white helmet. I think that would be pretty cool. Kelly green and black would be nice. Yeah, right. So that black that's already on that. See, I'm seeing it in my mind, but I'm not saying it to you. So, like the outline of that wing, I think, with just like a Kelly green outline, maybe, a little bit of silver in there, or maybe a silver outline. No, I don't want too much green like that on the wing. But either way, you could do a lot of cool stuff, is my point. But I was seeing it, and I think, a little something new with a splash of the old. I think that would be cool, right? So hey, man, a lot of options. We'll see what they do. Kelly green, yeah, man. I just like anything they wear, man. I love all those color combinations they have. So I know a lot of people get upset about that stuff, but it doesn't. And it's so funny every game day. I'm like, bro, let's just get pumped for the game. Like, you're gonna be wanting to fire and cut everyone after it. Why don't you just try to find one part of it? And, it's always, well, I hate this. How bad did it's like? Well, let's go, NFL. Give us more options. Well, really, it's just more options for more people to be pissed off about, really. So, oh, Lord. But, yo, appreciate you tuning in, Little G. Hope you're having yourself a great weekend. And go Birds. Hope you're watching those draft videos, getting yourself ready. Kelly green, white, and black with the midnight green. I don't know if I would be mixing midnight and Kelly, but maybe you can make it work with just a little splash of it in there. Like just like a little outline of both of them kind of mixed together. I don't think it would be too bad. I mean, you could see my color combination. It's midnight green, but like a way different than Kelly green. That is the green I grew up as my favorite color. So I just blended them together and it looks awesome. And then everybody in Eagles autism. And so it's like, all right. But it does. It looks cool. So yeah, no doubt. But yeah, dude, don't ever wear those again. Don't ever. Kevin Curtis game, Detroit Lions. I remember that game. And I just remember watching it with my eyes hurting the entire time. Like, what am I watching here? Why? The Frankfurt Yellow Jackets. And that's badass, man. I'm all about the history. But no, then I tell people, like, hey, we had a championship back when we were the Yellow Jacket. The what? Yeah. So, but no, don't wear that stuff. That black on black is great. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. I'm a huge fan. Dude, those all blacks are probably. And it was that way with the green helmet, though. So I think when I say that, I just am thinking of like the uniform combo. But yeah, with the helmet too, it was cool to me. But I don't give a shit. You can wear the midnight green one, the black one, like Anton said. They looked a lot alike. I thought the same thing. But obviously that green has a nice little shimmer to it. So I thought that was cool with the all blacks with the midnight green helmet. But you're intense. I like that. White with Kelly green. Hey, I'm a intense person indeed, my friend. That is definitely something that no one will argue with you, my friend. But go Birds! And well, the Kelly green is here. We already have Kelly green. It was back this year, so we have that one. But we're talking about adding a third one. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you can make whatever you want your permanent uniform, but we're just talking about the alternates right now. You can make whatever. You could change at any time. There are some teams that are doing that. And as I mentioned earlier, those teams were given the option to have that third alternate this year, probably because, they're already working on their stuff, but whatever. 2025. So next season, we'll have so we can talk about it. We'll get ready for it when that time comes. I'm sure they'll tell us like, oh, the reveal or something, or maybe they'll just tell us randomly. I don't know, but a lot of good ideas. And look, everybody has their own opinion, whatever you like. But to me, I don't care. I just don't care what they wear. I'll be excited, but I would be cool with some modernized, like looking gear, right? And it doesn't have to be, like the white helmet with something. It could be something like the black helmet with like Kelly green added in it or midnight green added into that. I don't know. Oh my God, dude. I need to take a breather. I'm telling you what, man. I have one of the roughest days. I'm not gonna lie to you. Holy hell, I'm getting hit hard here. But we're gonna make it through this. We're gonna make it through. Jimmy, you believe Caleb Williams is first overall? Oh yeah. We talked about it on the quarterback show during that draft. Hopefully, you guys are checking those out. Went through quarterbacks, talked about Caleb Williams is the number one, clear cut number one. To me, it's pretty obvious. We talked about it. People offended about what he does off the field, and I laughed. People in Chicago offended about a guy wearing nail polish, whatever he was doing, had a pink phone, whatever they were crying about. But I was laughing, and I just posted a picture of Dennis Rodman, and it just blew my mind. I'm like, I don't know if you guys have ever watched over there in Chicago any sports before, but there's a guy you might have heard of. And I grew up loving that dude. A little bit weird, some of the things. But you know what, dude? There's all kinds of people that do stuff that I would never do. But that's fine, man. We're all our own people. So go do your thing. But I don't think any of that stuff would bother me to a point where when I'm watching him on the field, I'm trying to win games. I'm going ahead and taking the clear-cut number one quarterback in this draft, and that is Caleb effing Williams. And the kid is pretty effing phenomenal to watch. So, yeah, I think it's rightfully so that kid would, and that's why they got rid of Justin Fields. They know exactly what they're doing, and they'd be morons if they didn't, right, Joe? So, to me, yeah, to answer your question, I think he will be, and I think he deserves to be. But let me know what you think, because I think, to me, there's a lot of times where people have off the field stuff. And sometimes you take a flyer, even when it's a bad thing. When it's something stupid like this, like, dog, I don't care. The kids, what they wear today, I don't get it. And it's so funny because when I was a kid, I remember my dad, he didn't get it. So it's like, we're all our own people. We're all our own generation. I don't care, man. Like whatever the hell you want to do, whatever you like to have, dude. I got long hair. I'm a drifter, bro. I don't give a shit, man. I never spend my time doing my hair or if that's your thing. Cool, dude. I don't care. You know what I mean? So if guys want to have pink stuff and dude, I don't get it, but I don't care. If I'm the GM of the Bears, I'm trying to win games. I mean, ultimately I'd like to win a Super Bowl, but hey, let's start with a few wins, make it to the playoffs. So you get rid of Fields because right? So to me, yeah, I think Caleb Williams is that guy. Definitely. Talent is talent. If you can ball out, Chicago will love him. They should. Yeah, exactly. So, for me, I think it's pretty clear cut that this dude, watching him on the field, what he does, that he's number one, dude. And there's some decent quarterbacks that we talked about in this draft that I feel can be good NFL quarterbacks. Some of them backups. Some people, I think, each year get a little too enamored with people, but you never know. I'm never here to knock someone, and this guy will never. Just saying that. In my analysis, I gave you some guys that I made it clear, as to how I think those things will go down. But I'll try to remember to post that in the comments here. You guys want to check out? I'll put the playlist of the positions that are out already, and then there will be more to come. Getting through this defense and stuff, talking about every single position, what we have, and each one. We're talking about all the prospects here briefly, and then I give you my top fits. Now, because of the quarterback situation here with the Eagles. Clearly, one of my top fits was not Caleb Williams, right? So we talked about him, but obviously I'm not looking for anything at quarterback. I think an undrafted kid, maybe, if not a veteran, just to be, but I don't even think you need that. You've got 4 guys to compete. And I think, obviously you're only keeping 2 or 3. So, but yeah, man, go check that video out. There's some decent quarterbacks out there, but the number one guy, that is Caleb effing Williams. Write that down. But, Dameron, yo, dude, there's a lot of guys that Travis Kelce, the Cowboys passed on him because of him smoking bud. A lot of, dudes that hilarious stuff. It's like they're not concerned about that stuff. You know what I mean? Or I'm sorry, they're concerned about that stuff. But what they're not concerned is like, oh, you drop kicked your girlfriend through a third story window. Like, I'm drafting this guy first round. If you're the Cowboys, at least you definitely are. But the Raiders see a guy and they're like, oh my God, 3 murders, in a 5-year span. Like, yeah, let's get this guy locked up. And it's crazy to see that this world's ass backwards, bro. But yeah, man, wild, 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 wild. Dan Marino, man. What a gem he was. Pretty much drafted Pickett in the 3rd round this year. Well, you can always look at trades and all that stuff with we did this, did that, but no, you move back 22 spots, you get rid of 2 of those 7 round picks, and we had 4 of them. You're getting a guy that's a surefire backup to what you have. You don't know if he wants to develop anything, but he was just a 1st round pick a couple years ago. You have Will Greer here to teach people the system, help out, and you have Tanner McKee who has a bright future. So locked it up. I'm all about it. Hoping you guys are all about it. But look, the jerseys, the helmets, I told you I use that as a basis to be able to talk about some things here with you today because it was a super long day. I probably have cement in my face and my hair still. Literally got home and I'm still frozen. I mean, we were putting cement around a pool, dude. And in the morning, Kurt, the one dude, jumped in the pool in his boxers because we had to push. It was just nuts. But either way, you had to get in the pool. Then later, my buddy came with waders and put those on to get in and was like trying to, dude, things were pretty rowdy, but a lot of water involved today. And I was getting my feet wet, my hands wet. By the time I got home tonight, I literally could not feel anything. And I had my t-shirt on. I was like, I'm going to put a hoodie on real fast before I do this video. I was like frozen, man. And I know it's hot here. So I'm getting hot. I'm getting worked up, but, I am gonna roll out here, guys. I gotta get a shower. I gotta relax for a second. I gotta get on that offensive line damn video. I gotta get this draft stuff out to you. Spend some time with the family. Gotta get it together, man. Life is just freaking intense right now. But oh my Lord. And no doubt, man, I wish I had the time to do those things. But we'll get to those eventually, and I'll keep breaking down those videos talking about all of the prospects, where the Eagles should be looking. So what I do is, if you've never seen these shows, guys, I break down who I think is, round 1 guys, round 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, whatever. Then I talk about, what the Eagles have and where I think they should be looking in this draft. Okay, we don't have much here, so we should go in higher rounds. Okay, we don't need a quarterback. We shouldn't be looking, so stuff like that. So each position gets a breakdown. I hope you're all checking those out, putting a lot of work into those. But look, I appreciate all of you that just tune in for a second, a minute, whatever it may be, hitting that like button, subscribing, sharing stuff. You guys are awesome. I really can't thank you enough, especially taking the time on a Saturday to talk about helmets and numbers. That's how I know you're true sickos, and I know you're diehards riding with me, and I love every second of it. My man, you stay safe as well. And look, I hope you all have yourselves a great weekend. You need anything, I'm always here for you. Whether it's to talk some birds life, as I always say it, I say it because I mean it. You guys are always here supporting me. I want to always support you guys because you're nothing but awesome. You're family to me. I love you guys, but got to go spend time with my family. Got to go get some things done in life. Oh, my Lord. I should have never agreed to work on Saturday, but got to make that money. And, well, I'm going to enjoy the rest of this and then try to enjoy Sunday and get that offensive line video out to you all. So let's go. But, you have yourselves a great night. Thank you, Tiffany, Joe, Dank, everybody who tuned in. And China, let's go. Appreciate you taking the time here. But look, if you rewatch this, I'm always down to talk some birds. Love to hear from you guys. Mario was in here. Unspoken. Anton, my man, was here. Little G, I know you were here earlier. A lot of you guys. We had Hazel, not to be confused with Hagel. Big Jim, appreciate you. Lil was in here. You guys are awesome. And I know we had Nina in here in the beginning. Man, if I'm forgetting any of you, I truly apologize. I love each and every one of you. Derek, my man, you had an awesome comment in the beginning. Teresa, a lot of you guys are in here. Can't believe you showed up to party with me on a Saturday night. Let's go. That's what I like to hear. But you guys, you're awesome. And I'll be right back tomorrow with the offensive line video, running on those fumes, baby, but we'll be doing it together. And my man, let's go. One sicko, one city, one dream. Oh, my Lord, we can do this together with a little bit of rest. I'll be right back to it. So Love you guys. Appreciate you. And if you guys seriously you need anything, reach out and go check out. Please, dude, I am so parched too. Like, oh, I apologize for that, but go check out those draft videos. All kinds of other information, cap stuff, roster moves, everything. There's playlists for all that stuff. So if you're looking at my YouTube, just go to the playlist section. Everything you need to know. Oh, okay. I want to know about the money. I want to know about what roster moves were made. You want to know about the coaching changes? You want to know the top 200 free agents? You want to know what the Eagles cap space is? There's literally playlists for every single one of those things. Go learn you some, baby. Let's go. We're going to fill ourselves with knowledge that the Eagles are getting back on track, ready to go get that trophy back. Let's go, baby. But you guys are awesome. Hope you're having yourselves a great Saturday. See, we got one more comment here. Let me check it out real quick. This computer is just taking forever. I keep trying to say goodbye, but then I can't because I can't see what's going on, and it's driving me insane. I hate this computer so much, but I love you all too much. So, my man Anton, you know what's coming, and I want to see the rest of you saying it down below for me if you're ready for this Eagle season. You know what I want to see. But until next time, I'm Jimmy Smith, and this is On the Road to Victory. You all stay safe out there, and as always, say it with me now, go Birds!